right, guys. Now I came back in. I closed the other live out and came back in. I hope that it's not still breaking up. It's StreamYard, but if it's still doing it, I'm gonna close this one out and do it on my phone because I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go over everything that I just said before. I'll say it again. Is this the one I just did before? Hold on, let me take this off. Damn, this ad already had good views. Let's see, let me do this because I just deleted the other one. Hold on real quick, you guys. And so, Jermaine, can you hear me good now, or am I still messing up? Okay, you say it's better. I'm not going to share the video again because I don't know what the hell was going on. You know, sometimes when you play music and these dang on people cannot do videos without putting music in it. I don't know. It's just like it's just start acting up. So I won't do any videos with Finesse2Tymes because it just seemed you can't have one without the dead going music in the background. But okay, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Okay. So anyway, I don't know what the hell happened though, but I am back. Let's go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer again under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be my comment area, and part of it is scrolling across that banner right there. Also, guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs it up. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much. And don't forget to share and leave a comment. All right. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Everybody watching this on the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. All right. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you so much. You said it's better for now, and hopefully it stays like this. Again, sorry about that, y'all. There was some technical difficulties, but now it seems like everything is good. I'm scared to even share a video now because of what just happened. You know, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was going on. But anyway, I was telling you guys about, let me put this up here, Finesse2Tymes. I said that he got out of jail, I guess earlier today, but they actually had dismissed the case on Friday. All right. And that's according to TMZ. Let me put this back up here real quick, y'all. Copyright disclaimer. I didn't have all this stuff wasn't here because I had to, you know, do this back over again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let me tell y'all again what it says. Let me know if it start acting up again, Jermaine. Hopefully it doesn't. Damn internet. So they said that according to TMZ, okay, they said Finesse2Tymes can count a new legal win on his stacked docket. His wild terroristic threat criminal case from the top of the year has been thrown out. Okay, so TMZ Hip Hop obtained court docs filed on May the 9th, which was Friday, showing that prosecutors moved to dismiss Finesse's case because the allegations could not be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. All right, the judge signed off on the dismissal. So anyway, his attorney, Carl A. Moore, told TMZ Hip Hop, Mr. Ricky Hampton maintained his innocence from the onset of this case, and justice prevailed today. All right. So anyway, when this internet started acting crazy, or StreamYard, I was looking at videos because Jermaine said, legend has it, Finesse, they said that Finesse is a rat. And I was like, why do they call him a rat? So I was looking at videos, right? And I saw a video where he basically I guess he was mad at his brother, because I don't know much about him. So he was mad at his brother or something. I don't know if he still is now. Okay, I was playing that video where he was talking about his brother and I guess what was going on. Then another video I was trying to show, but OG, what's his name? He had his music, his theme song playing in the back. Okay. And I guess he was trying to tell us then why he is considered a rat. So what I'm trying to figure out is, why do they call Finesse2Tymes a rat? So let's see if we can share this again and see. Now, if it started messing up, I'll just stop sharing, okay? But I'm going to try to pick a video that's not playing music. Hopefully, I'll just turn it off immediately if it is. All right, because you don't want to really get, play music, other people's music anyway, because they'd be tripping. All right, so let's do this and see if I can do this productively. Okay, productively. But we want to see. I just want to know. Do y'all know why they call him a rat? So let's see. Let me just take this part off of here and see if they'll pull up any different videos. Let's see. So this is him. Is this him right here? Yeah, that's him. Oh, okay. This is the one we was watching, but yeah, he had that music playing on that one. Then they was claiming he had his paperwork. Okay, so they say it's Finesse2Tymes still claiming mob ties, even after they dropped him for snitching allegations. So he was snitching. Okay, let's see what they say right here. See, that's what I'm talking about. You cannot. I don't know why these people cannot do a video without playing music. Just tell us the information. Let me see what he's talking about right here.
What the fuck is you talking about? See, you don't know what you're talking about. You just sitting on the other end of this phone typing and private smell like shit. You sitting on the other end of this phone typing, smell like shit, don't know what you talking about, and smell like shit. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just smell like shit. Shut the fuck up, cuz. What the fuck is you talking about? So okay. You don't know what you talking about. You just sitting on the other end of this phone typing and private smell like shit.
He may just be doing some entertainment right here. I don't know. You trying to figure out, let's see. I don't know, guys. We just do not know. But maybe after I do some investigation, maybe I can figure it out or find out. Because I do not know. Let's see what else we got up here. Okay, so then they was talking about he had BBL. Okay. That he had BBL. Let's see what they talk about right here. Hold on.
Finesse2Tymes' ex-girlfriend accuses him of having BBL surgery. He responds, "When I pop out, they gonna call me Finesse2Fine." He goes on to make a tweet and says, "Lipo and BBL are two different things. When I pop out, they gonna call me Finesse2Fine."
Well, maybe he had lipo suction.
Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments. Do y'all think this man Finesse really got lipo or BBL or whatever they
probably got a lipo,
really wanna know.
Not a BBL.
Let's talk about your fat stanky nigga, $15 a month, hoe ass nigga. Oh, Jesus Christ, nigga. I wouldn't even be letting him. That bitch subscription, $15.
But wait a minute. Somebody says that is he a rat? Okay, I'm clicked off too fast. Let's see this what he talking about right here, y'all. See this.
Let's talk about your fat stanky nigga, $15 a month, hoe ass nigga.
In April.
Oh, Jesus Christ, nigga. I wouldn't even be letting him. That bitch subscription, $15 a month. That hoe probably got 40 motherfuckers.
So let's go for cartel right here.
That's pimping. Nigga, that ain't pimping, nigga.
So he arguing with.
Hey, what's pimping to me? Let your homeboys fuck your bitch. Show me you pimping like that and you really doing this. Big P. Yeah, show me. Let your team members fuck on her. Since you saw Big P and I'm from Memphis and I'm this, cause nigga, I have never seen you with a bad bitch. That's how I know that fat bitch that posted you last week. That big fat ass girl. When you was talking about some, oh, that was my brother. That's on Jesus Christ, nigga. You hit them motherfucking bitches that look like shit. And I didn't witness the shit 10 times, nigga. You like fat hoes, nigga. You like big, fat, funky, plump, fat bitches, nigga. That's what you into. You want the butt. That's all you want is the butt. Weak ass, nigga. Shout out my nigga K-Bo. Real blood for motherfucking me. I'm so happy K-Bo got the fuck around you. Speaking on that subject. See, this is the thing about Finesse. He's not gangster. So he gonna have the niggas, everybody around him, they probably got some certification to him. Shout out my nigga K-Bo from Memphis. He run the blood. See, super organization. K-Bo running shit. My nigga Muncie, he running shit in Memphis. He had them niggas around him. Now ain't now one of them around him because they see Finesse as a dust ass nigga. Now you got my niggas Big Rudy from Chicago. You got them all around you. Why? For protection. Nigga, we want to see you fight. We want to see you step on some shit, nigga. Yeah. I want you to get these hands one good time. And I don't care about that. Let me just beat you up and I'm going to give you what you want. One-on-one, on camera. We can get in real life or we can get in the ring. Let me just beat you up and go and get it over with. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your fat
so this is, what's his name? hustle cartel. So I guess they was beefing, huh? Okay. Okay, let's go back over here. So I just found out why they call him a snitch. I was looking it up. Okay, so they said that he's been accused of snitching. They call him a rat. Okay, which is why some people call him a rat. So this is what they said. Okay, they said allegations of him cooperating with law enforcement in a criminal case. They said that, let's see, allegedly, he provided information against others involved. Some have claimed that he provided details to homicide investigators and named multiple people. Okay, then a stolen car case. They said there are also his involvement in the stolen car case, where it's claimed he gave information to the police about his co-defendants. Yeah, at least y'all talking about fighting, because that's what oh, my internet is not acting up again. But yeah, if it is this time, I'm gonna do it off my other phone and just stop doing it off this internet right here, okay? So yeah, so that's the things. That's why they calling him a snitch, a rat. I was wondering, and but at least Hustle Cartel, I guess, was talking about physically fighting versus doing the other thing, which is better. Even though I think they're too old for all that too, but yeah. Now they did say that they do not have concrete evidence that this dude snitched on anything, okay? They do not have any type of evidence that Finesse2Tymes cooperated with the police in providing any information against others. Now, they said these accusations basically rely on claims from other people in online discussions without official documentation to back up those claims. Like always, people saying stuff and can't even back it up with proof, much like they do with the Carmelo case, okay? And y'all know I was going to go there. Let's see. He did address these allegations and he denied them, suggesting that any information he gave to police was not true, all right? And he also got, was teed off with bloggers who reported that. See, y'all, that's why I'm doing all that. I'm telling you straight up. That's why I said, let me look on here and see why do people call him a rat? Because I wanted to know, and they don't really have no proof of him snitching about anything. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. I found it just that quick because I know I was going to find it on TikTok. And he said all this. Somebody said, damn well he don't F with rats. He literally said he would unalive his brother if he was a rat. On BITCH, let's do it. Okay? This people crazy as hell. So yeah, they've been going all over the internet saying this. A lot of rappers and things like that. But again, they don't have no real proof, so it is what it is, And then this hustle cartel, I guess that, let me look up here and see why they are in beefing. Let's see. Oh my God. But at least he was talking about fighting though, physically fighting with his fist. Let's see. So let's see. TikTok. Let me see what they said on TikTok real quick about this. Let's see, y'all. Hold on. Oh. It sound like a girl, y'all. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? He was like,
so he was speaking on a beat. Let me just show y'all this video. I'm gonna just show it from here. Let me stop
wait
that.
a minute, hell no. I said, but motherfucker. True story. True story. When Kenny walked inside in a few minutes, he goes, burn. Kenny be back in a few minutes. You pulled me to the side. He said, hey, bro. I said, what is this? He said, bro, Frank used to full shoe. I was like, for real? He was like, I'm sitting over that bitch.
This is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you.
So, you know what I thought? I said, bro, oh, Jesus Christ.
Y'all. So that's also, listen, that's also cartel. But in that other video that I was showing, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Finesse2Tymes, he was joking about this dude being caught with the transmission. So were they beefing before that? Or I think they were. And then that's why he probably was joking, clowning him for being with a transmission, allegedly. But I'm gonna look all this up because this is weird. This is a hot ass mess. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay, so this is Finesse2Tymes. Let me see what he talked about. And he said little blank told the police on him. Let's see what he told. This was 6 days ago. Hold on. So is that the reason? Hold on. Wait, let me see what he said.
I'm talking about when he come to everybody, bro. Everybody that y'all don't see around me no more, he's nothing but helpful.
Oh, okay.
They just want me alone. I ain't have a motor kill. Y'all want me to get a motherfucking anything, yeah, what I'ma do? The police question came about what happened.
That's the little boy.
But y'all know what y'all did, y'all told them for, but y'all don't understand it. I'm having this pain. The lawyers don't let me know what's going on, man. Y'all did wrong for putting the police on me like this, bro. And I'm gonna get the fuck up out here, bro. But y'all did wrong, bro. I don't did shit but help y'all, bro.
Damn.
I don't did shit. I'm talking about when it comes to everybody.
Y'all, that's true. Now let me see what he's going on here. So he said that Little King and Hustle Cartel told the police on him. That's what he said in here. Okay. So Little King is the little boy that he was mentoring, right? So they said Hustle made King tell. Okay. So anyway, his charges are dismissed, so it doesn't even matter. And that's why he's out. But you know, honestly, he just may need to examine who he calls friends, point blank. I mean, I don't know much about him. I need to, you know, like I said, look him up. But it just seems like that's what he needs to do. What you think, Jermaine? A lot of stuff. Hold on, let's see what he told. Oh, this is the one we just saw. Let's see what else they got right here. So on here, well, he did this way back in December 26th last year. Finesse2Tymes. This is Little King and Hustle Cartel. How old is Little King? So this is Little King right here. He's talking about a little boy. This little boy told. Hold on, this boy, this kid right here. Hold on. Look what this little boy said. Hold on. I wish these people stop making all this damn background music. So this is Little King right here. So hold on. Finesse2Tymes. He said that this little boy, along with Hustle, told on him, right? And then he made a diss track about this little kid. Okay, I can't. Somebody said this little kid is smarter than we think. He's just not a regular kid. Okay. I need to hear him rap. But I can't let y'all hear it, but let's see what else they got going on. I wish they wouldn't be playing this damn music. So, hold on, this dude right here talking. Hold on.
If you tell me, I would cut all my hair off.
Wait, this little boy talking. Hold on.
Around you 6-7 months.
What?
Bro, you violated your own probation, bro. I ain't making no more videos about you. That shit is dead.
This the boy cussing y'all.
And don't get in my comments talking about, so why is a child speaking on a grown man? Why is a grown man speaking on a child? We're just gonna leave it right here, and we're just gonna clear it right there. You get what I'm saying? Just keep a nigga name out your mouth. Go your separate ways, man. Wish you the best. Hold your head high, nigga. Hold your chin up.
Piece of truth. And tell your king, man, get your ass up out this truck, man. Come on back here and your ass and go to the house. Joyce tell the truth, man. Joyce ain't got nothing to do with my family. Joyce ain't got nothing. Joyce don't know King. Joyce make King do me.
This is a trip, y'all.
She don't know King. She don't know King or none of this shit. You can let King go over there for 3 days. And fucking Joyce kidnapped the boy and let him do what the fuck, whatever they did. And it ended up tonight. So look, check this out. Both of them on the same side of the truck. I'm looking at the camera from the smoke shop. I'm standing in the smoke shop looking at the camera, looking at what's going on, trying to see the King gonna get his ass out the truck. Next thing I know, I see the motherfucking truck start moving. All I know is my baby.
Did it start back over? No.
His halfway sticking out his truck, like, because people are trying to strap my baby in. So I pin it. When I get outside, I'm telling Sugar and Little Chew, like, fucking let her go. Just get my baby. Like, let her go. Like, this old lady is literally sitting in the car arguing with Little Chew about King.
What?
And Little Chew telling her, like, this ain't your child.
Yeah, I didn't play that video.
Why you just give my child, let King stay in there. Like I said, because I already know Joyce on some straight police shit. So I ain't trying to deal with Joyce. Like, if she want to have a King right there, she can have a King.
But they argued on this book.
They don't know my Joyce got King because y'all know with Joyce, but y'all telling me with Joyce because I didn't give y'all no money no more.
Okay.
Because I didn't give y'all motherfucking money no more. That's what all this is about. This shit is about money. That's what this shit about. All this shit is about some money. So the old lady stopped the truck. I thought, Jones on with your old feet standing on the first man looking at it. Miss, oh, I said a bitch, bitch, boy, when they ain't having looking at bitch, I get to going in,
okay.
Bitch, upside down, over, looking at I get the shit on Jones on. So, she leave. I'm thinking that shit there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. She took King, I called King grandma, I said, hey, this is like you was cool. I took my hands off of it. I never worried about King again until my PO called me and told me this shit on the internet about King. Y'all don't understand, bro. I done deal with CPA twice dealing with King. We do some shit dealing with this nigga, man. I went through it dealing with y'all. Y'all don't even understand it. Y'all don't understand it. Like, don't nobody understand this part. Everybody see the bad shit for niggas do. Don't nobody see the fake shit and all for that. They post this shit. Why y'all ain't post these projects? Why y'all ain't post this shit that matter? Why y'all ain't posting I get it. Y'all gotta pay y'all bills. I respect the game. I respect the game. I respect the game. I respect the game. Y'all gotta pay y'all bills. Land is for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a clown. All right.
You violate your probation, bro. Like, just tell me. If you tell me I would cut all my hair off, just tell me. I've been gone away from around you 6-7 months. Bro, you violated your own probation, bro. I ain't making no more videos about you. That shit is dead. We're gonna leave this alone. And don't get in my comments talking about some, why is a child speaking on a grown man? Why is a grown man speaking on a child? We're just gonna leave it right here and we're just gonna clear it right there. You get what I'm saying? Just keep a nigga name out your mouth. Go your separate ways, man. I wish you the best. Hold your head high, nigga. Hold your chin up. Peace of truth.
Okay. Wait, but hold on, y'all. Stop this shit. Yeah. So who is King? Is that his brother, his son, or something? Let me see. Let me look this up. This is some bullshit. Let me see what these people are saying. Somebody said people say he too grown or he don't act this age. If he was kept in a child's place, do you really think he would know all the stuff that he know? That's what I'm saying. For real. That's crazy. Somebody said, how old is this little boy? Whose son is he? Okay, let's see. He is 12 years old, you guys. And yeah. So Finesse2Tymes was beefing with this kid, along with Hustle Cartel. Okay, allegedly. So somebody said, no, that kid got other grown dudes behind him. Like I said, Hustle, Cartel, or Cartel using King to take that man down. Don't act like you can't see. Okay. So somebody said, what is King relationship to the rapper? His adopted little brother. Okay. Let's see. They laughed and they say his son. So that's his son? Somebody said, what the hell? That's a trip. This little kid talking like that. So somebody said, ain't King, is Hustle Cartel. He's the one exposing your ass. Okay. Somebody said this little boy needs to be in a boys' home. Let's see what they say. Somebody said he needs real grown-ups, okay, around him. And somebody said, how you beefing with a little industry plant? So they said, wait, he said he let King go with Joyce. I guess Joyce is the old woman, huh? For 3 days. And then he said he gonna let him, GMA and Daddy, know he with Joyce. But then he continues to say he didn't know he was with Joyce. You're cooked, my guy. Let's see what else they said right here. Yeah, that's tripped out. So let me just check to make sure who King is, because these people on this internet be saying all types of weird shit. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see what they say. It's not his son. This is God's son. Okay, that's what he is. This is a little godson and young artist protege. That's it. Well, you have to go to the source to find out. Okay, for real. Let's see how old this boy is. Let's see, how old is he? He was born in 92. So he what, 32 years old? Y'all, that's a whole life by itself, this dude right here. One day, I don't want to talk about him, but that's a hot ass mess. So Hustle Cartel beef in his. Let's see why they argue. I forgot what did I say? Let's see if it goes. So Hustle was like they can meet up and squabble up. We saw that video, and then this dude right here 2Tymes. Let's see what he said. Continue in browser. Let's see what he said. Damn, I can't even hear the sound on this. Oh no, I got it off. Hold on, let me see.
Seeing nobody, ain't nobody seen.
Oh, let's see what they said right here, y'all. Let's go be it with this dude. Oh, damn, this is a whole hour live by itself.
Well, I come fight for free. Don't fight for money. I fought for free in jail. I didn't fight for money. I fought for free. I fought for my respect. You know what I'm saying? We fight for free. You know what I'm saying? We don't fight for no money. We ain't trying to prove no point. You meet me right here. You bring however many you want to, however you want to do it. Don't have no cameras and shit out because we ain't looking for no clout. I'm here to prove a point. I'm here to stand on business. And we squabble. And y'all let the bloggers run with the narrative that ain't nobody responded. Ain't nobody saying, because they don't afford to respond on the internet. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody do nothing to Finesse. Ain't nobody saying nobody take Finesse jewelry. Ain't nobody saying Finesse. Ain't nobody saying nobody hit Finesse. Ain't nobody saying nobody. Everything that you have seen about Finesse 2Tymes have been on the internet. Well, I come fight for free. Don't fight for money.
So they try to fight.
For free in jail. I didn't fight for
well,
money.
hopefully
I fought for free.
they don't be doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I can straight.
You know
That is 20. Hold on. Let me stop this damn thing. Okay, so let's see. Somebody said, under no circumstances will I lower myself to fight a man who used to listen to women get piped by another dude. So they talk about what's his name? Hustle Cartel. Okay. I want to know what they fighting over too. So that's why he was showing his money, because they was claiming he was broke, like he said when he was on that video. So they fight over money. This is what some people saying here. Somebody said, I honestly think Finesse does not have $200,000 to put up. That's why he said it shouldn't be money involved, because he barely got it, especially counting ones online. So they up here. Somebody said, my thing is, you can tell this red-haired man is a snake. Don't know him, but I know that by looking at him. That's why you came by everybody up with you. Okay. They was joking, promoting his album. Game from Houston. We know the real. Someone said they were not joking. So somebody said, so basically they know each other and they used to be cool, and little homie broke up the friendship. Grown men though. Okay, but the other video, 2Tymes, what is it? It was about Hustle Cartel with the trans. He got caught with it, right? Okay, this is crazy. So it is what it is, y'all. I mean, this is a lot of tripped out shit. But anyway, as long as they're fighting with, with their hands and not taking out, weapons and taking it too far right there, then if they need to squabble up, then let them. As long as they're not, doing crazy stuff like, taking out weapons and unaliving people and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe this will all be over. But since he did get free from jail today, hopefully he don't have to revisit all this foolishness and mess up, everything that he got, going on right now. As far as King, that was a trip right there. Okay, Little King, that was a trip. 12 years old. Okay, you guys. All right, so let's move on. Y'all tell me in the comment section, what y'all think about that, what y'all know about it, and we'll go from there. I'll keep you informed of him if anything break off, and y'all know how it goes. So let's move on to the next person we want to talk about. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the teen. That was a hot ass mess. Okay, let's talk about the teen shot playing ding dong ditch prank. All right, that was a trip. That little boy was really a trip, you guys. Damn. Okay, let's go ahead and go to it. Jermaine, you still here? You sleep? I got to find it first, y'all. Hold on. Ding dong ditch. I may have it down here. Let me make sure I got it out here. Did I put it on my other phone? That was a trip, wasn't it, Jermaine? Damn. Let me see what I did with the prankster people. It's up here somewhere. Shit, it was a long time ago. Hold on right real quick, y'all. Let me find it. I'm telling you, hurting. Hold on, let me find it. Y'all bear with me. What the hell did I do with this dang thing? Yeah, happy Mother's Day. I forgot to tell you guys. It's not 12 a.m. here yet, that's why I said, but on the East Coast and stuff, and on the I think East Coast and out there on like in I guess that's still the East Coast. Let's see, Mississippi is, I think it's on the, yeah. So happy Mother's Day, guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and to all the expectant parent mothers, okay? And I hope you have a beautiful Mother's Day. Let's see. I'm trying to find the day. I'm gonna have to probably look it up again because I thought I had it here. I do have it here. I just don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. We're gonna talk about this for a couple of minutes, then we're gonna move on. That was crazy. Okay. It really was. So anyway, I think I did tell y'all about this dude because I remember telling y'all, showing his face. Okay. So anyway, maybe I showed y'all his face, but I didn't tell you guys about the story. But you probably already heard about the story because it happened earlier during the last week. Okay. Anyway, Michael Bosworth Jr., 18, was shot and unalive by a homeowner in what police initially reported was a possible, burglary in progress. However, that was not the case. And this did happen on May the 3rd, on Saturday, May the 3rd. So the suspect, Tyler Butler, 27, was arrested and charged with second-degree murder after he allegedly fired shots at the 18-year-old and two other teenagers. And obviously, one of the bullets fatally wounded the 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. And what they were doing, guys, they were filming a TikTok prank that went wrong. Okay, and this is the dude right here. This is Tyler, and I think I did go over this story briefly. I didn't just go into details about it because I remember showing you guys this dude's face. Yeah, I remember showing y'all him, just like I'm showing you now. But I may have did like a split screen. Okay, so let's see what went on here. Okay, let's see. So they did this at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So they said that the suspect allegedly fired shots at Michael Bosworth and two other teenagers during what he claimed was a break-in at the property. Okay. One of the teenagers sustained minor injuries in the shooting. Let's see what else we got here. The SCSO received a call for a burglary in progress where a resident had fired shots. Deputies responded to the area of McKenzie Lane and discovered that two people had sustained wounds, and a third person was unharmed. Now, the two teens that were not unalive, they claimed that they were recording a take on the popular Ding Dong Ditch TikTok prank and said they were not breaking into the house. Why would you be doing this at 3 o'clock in the morning? Now, the prank involves knocking on someone's door and then running away before they can answer. One of the teenagers had a video of them pulling off the prank earlier that night, which was shared with investigators. Yes, that's crazy, man. 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, Bosworth was a Massaponax, I know I just said that wrong, high school senior who played lacrosse and football, and he wrestled. He was due to attend his prom on the same day of the shooting. So yeah, I remember telling you guys about this. Now, at first, there were no charges filed, but I guess after they started questioning the kids and things, they figured, they determined that, what happened. And so they did arrest him, and they charged Tyler with second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and 2 counts of use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. He is currently being held at the Rappahannock Regional Jail without a bond. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at more stuff regarding this. Somebody said, why would they ring the doorbell at 3 a.m. in the morning? This ain't like the days when teenagers play mailbox baseball with what? With people mailboxes. So somebody said, from what I understood, the homeowner thought it was a home invasion. So the kid might have hit the door pretty hard, sounding like he was trying to break in. Something like this happened to a friend of mine in the middle of the night, and her and her 5 kids were terrified. When somebody's banging on your door, especially very hard in the middle of the night, you are wondering what's going on. Usually they don't steal the porch that long. They usually just basically ring the doorbell maybe a couple of times. Sometimes they do knock, and they will knock twice, and then they run. I don't know. I mean, if he has a Ring camera to see exactly what happened, then we can find out a little bit more about this. Because if they were like hitting on the door like that at 3 o'clock in the morning, but still, no, because if they are hitting on the door that hard early in the morning, someone might think somebody is trying to, come in their house. But still, you would think that, I don't know, I can't say, you guys, because it's hard to say. If you're asleep and somebody start banging on your door, if that's what they did, or even ringing that doorbell, you'd be wondering who that is at 3 o'clock in the morning. These kids shouldn't have been playing that game that late. Okay, so somebody said, exactly, it is an excuse these criminals are using to cover an attempted home invasion. The victim called it in, but they must have done something that triggered the victim before the cops could get there. I'm guessing they broke in and forced his hand. What in the hell are you talking about? Okay, what are you talking about? I don't believe they were breaking in this dude's house. I believe they were playing ding dong ditch. All right. This is a weird ass case. You said he should have called the police and stayed in the house, right? But if somebody's knocking at your door at 3 o'clock in the morning, Jermaine, and I don't know if they were like, banging on the door, or if they just basically rung the doorbell once or twice, or what. I don't know what was going on there. They're not telling too much information regarding this. So we don't know if they was like knocking on the door very, very hard, and if they was like consistently ringing the doorbell. And so you staying in the house calling the police. Maybe he thought, he should have, he did call the police, remember? But maybe he thought they would get into his house by the time he did all of that. It's hard to say. It's hard to say with this because, you're in the bed and you're like, who the hell would be playing ding dong ditch at 3 o'clock in the morning? And why were they outside this late? Come on now, parents, come on now. Somebody said, unfortunately, the homeowner is black and the kids was white, so he's probably have to do jail time, even though he was just defending his home at 3 a.m. Somebody said, oh my God, here we go. Have to play the race card. Shaking my head. And then this person said, that's not a card. That's actually the truth. And then somebody else said, no, it's not a card. It's the truth. There are many cases to prove that point. And that is the truth right there. Somebody said they call bullshit in the kid's story. We play Ding Dong Ditch as kids. However, not at 3 a.m. If it was simple that they go knock on the door or ring the bell, then run away. At 3 a.m., I'm sure the guy wasn't standing at the door with his firearm. I believe they did more than that as he reported. Okay. Somebody, he said, I hate the kid passed on, but this isn't murder. Okay, I couldn't read the rest of the stuff because the way you got it written, type. Well, okay, somebody said, absolutely. These pranks are more than just ding dong ditch. The prank involves trying to break into the home. I know someone who experienced this, and the kid almost lost his life because the homeowner was going to protect his family and property by any means necessary. Somebody said he probably been robbed before, so now he's paying attention. Then 3 a.m. should have been in the bed, right? That's crazy, man. They said free that man. I don't know, because like I said, I can't say for real because but we don't know if he was if they were actually knocking on that door softly, very, very aggressively. We don't know that, Jermaine. We don't know. We don't know what these kids were doing. At 3 o'clock in the morning, who the hell plays Ding Dong Ditch that damn late? I'm thinking this happened at 6 o'clock in the damn afternoon. I mean, in the evening, or even 9. Because like when I used to live in Keller, Texas, the kids would play Ding Dong Ditch. But it wasn't at no damn 3 a.m. Okay. They just run the doorbell, right? Or knock, sometimes a little harder. And then they run. And then they hide underneath the cars, or behind a tree or whatever. And then they watch you come out and then they be laughing or recording it. I'm trying to figure out why they were out at 3 o'clock though. No. Somebody said they were not running away. They continued kicking the front door and garage door and yelling. Okay, so that's why he thought his home was he was getting ready to be involved in a home invasion. They continued kicking the front door and garage door and yelling. That's crazy. And well, if they did that, I'm trying to figure out why they got this dude in jail. Let's see what else they're saying. So they said the original story said a neighbor had a security video of the entire incident showing the idiots continually kicking the front door and kicking the garage door. They were there long enough for the homeowner to wake up, call 911. He called 911 and then shoot his firearm at the perceived threat. So, okay, so they were knocking on the door. Well, this guy said they were kicking the front door and kicking the garage door. Okay, y'all hear me? And they said that they were there for a while because they were there long enough for the homeowner to wake up, call 911, and then shoot his firearm at the door. And they said the news is trying to change the narrative by taking out the rest of the story. I don't know what state this is. I'm about to look it up and see. Damn. So let me look up that a little bit more. Let me go to TikTok and see if they got the original story up there. Because that's not right. That's why they calling these kids hoodlums and things like that and thugs. Hold on. Let's see what this will happen at. In Virginia. Spotsylvania? What kind of name is that? County? In Virginia. Okay, let's look this up on TikTok. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Hopefully this gonna start acting up and stuff. It's Mother's Day. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. What is this dude's name? Tyler. Let's see. Tyler Chase Butler. No, he was asleep. This is crazy. He was asleep. He was, yeah, kicking in his door. Let's see what this lady said.
For some accountability with the situation. This is humongous news, and I haven't hardly seen it anywhere. There needs to be some accountability for the victim in this situation. The victim here needs justice, and I'm calling for it here, and I really hope you'll rally behind me to do so. I hope this is blown up because it needs to be. It needs to be talked about. This right here, not the victim. No, not at all. Tyler Chase Butler here was protecting his home from somebody breaking in at 3 a.m. Breaking into his home. He was protecting his home.
They don't believe it's a TikTok break.
With his Second Amendment right. And you're telling me that he was arrested for doing such? No. Hold these kids accountable. You can't hold him accountable. He was already held accountable. But the parents need to be held accountable too. I pray to God this man gets the justice that he deserves. Nobody deserves to lay in bed at night thinking that they're in danger, their lives are at risk. Somebody's breaking into their home, they protect their home and they're arrested. According to the report, he called about a burglary. Once police showed up, the kids claimed that they were doing a ding-dong ditch. No. Ding-dong ditch is simply just that. You ring the doorbell and you run. According to neighborhood ring cameras, the kids were banging, kicking, and slamming the garage door. If somebody was doing that to my home at 3 a.m., I would probably react the exact same way. Because you don't do that to somebody's home at 3 a.m. That's what it sounds like when somebody's breaking into your house. These children, all of them, need to be held accountable. And this man's charges need to be dropped.
It sure does. That's crazy, man.
That in the United States, where we have a constitutional Second Amendment right, he was arrested for using that right to protect himself. Actually disgusting, in my opinion. I am calling for...
This is crazy, you guys. So let me stop this. So let's read some of these comments. Somebody said, who thinks 3 a.m. is a good time to be playing those kind of pranks? No homeowner would think prank. That's what I was telling you, Jermaine. I don't believe you when you say you just get up and call the police or somebody kicking on the damn door, all that. Because I know I'm not. I'll call the police, all right. I'm going to call the police while I get my weapon and wait on them to come through that damn door. And that's just on everything. And somebody said, can't help but feel, I guess they mean can't help but feel if their colors were reversed, we would not be discussing this. We would be discussing this case differently. And somebody said, I was raised that nothing good happens after midnight. My curfew was never past midnight. Even when I was 18, was still living at home. Yeah, those charges should be dropped. This is crazy, man. Listen, y'all, how would he know what is going on if someone is kicking on the door and slamming the damn garage? Now, I told you, Jermaine, that something else was going on. I knew those kids just wanted that bell. I hope my internet is not breaking up again. Every time I start sharing and start that shit. Okay. You said Virginia doesn't have a formal castle doctrine or stand your ground law, but it does recognize a version of the castle doctrine through case law. This means that in Virginia, individuals have no blank. However, this principle generally only applies to situations where the intruder has not yet entered the home. We'll see what's gonna happen. The thing is, if someone gives a damn law, because if you're in your house in the bed at nighttime, right, and you're asleep and you hear somebody kicking down your damn door because you don't know, okay, and you hear somebody slamming your garage down, you can't tell me you're not going to get up with a weapon. If you have one at the same time, you're going to be calling the police. And the reason why he probably shot through the door, if that's what he did, is because he probably thought they were coming through the damn door. He probably thought they were coming through the door just like anybody else would. And then they gave him no line, like he just purposely shot at these kids. So that's crazy. And then people say the race thing is not. It's not a situation right here. It's not. It doesn't play a role in this. I don't know about that. I beg to differ with that. Let's see what else people are saying real quick. Am I breaking up, Jermaine? Time I start sharing and start. Let's see. That is crazy. Let's see what he's saying. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You mean to tell me that a 27-year-old black man goes by the name of Tyler Chase Butler has been arrested and charged with second-degree unaliving because 3 clear teenage boys decided to come by his house and was kicking his goddamn door in at 3 o'clock in the morning, kicking this black innocent man's door in. Tyler gets on the phone and called 911 to report the burglary and made it clear that someone was trying to get into his home. Once Michael Bowsworth Jr. stepped his AWS on that man's property, he pew-pewed his ass and called the police and told them that he had already wounded one of them. The other 2 ran off. The police bring their tired asses to that 27-year-old black man's home. The man gave them play-by-play of what happened. He didn't do anything wrong. These motherfuckers was trying to get into his property. He was on his own premises, and somehow the detectives went and questioned the other 2 boys. And when they went and got statements from the other 2 boys, they told them they was playing a game called Ding Dong Ditch, aka Nigga Knot, that we used to play in the hood. And they told the police that it was a prank they were doing. And they were doing this prank because they wanted to go viral, because there was an actual page created on TikTok where people was doing it as a trend. So that's basically what they're stating that they were doing, was playing Ding Dong Ditch. But please tell me, who in the fuck is gonna be up at 3 o'clock in the morning playing Ding Dong Ditch? I don't know nobody in this lifetime or the last since I've been on this earth. As a kid, as a teenager, I have never seen anybody, any kids, play no damn Ding Dong Ditch at 3 o'clock in the morning. Not only that, what makes it worse is the fact that there was also a witness that called the police and reported that they seen one of their asses trying to kick Tyler's door in. And even with that statement, Spotsylvania police saw it as a legit statement and went and locked Tyler Chase Butler the fuck up. Please tell me, in what world is a black man living in his own house, sleeping and minding his own goddamn business, not messing with nobody? He is on his property. He done called the police to alert them that somebody was trying to break into his home before he had to pew-pew one of them. And you mean to tell me y'all still went and got that man and charged him with second-degree unaliving? What's even crazier is the fact that they also went lower and have the audacity to say that Tyler does not have a bond. And they also decided to throw in that Tyler also have court hearings coming up for a misdemeanor and some other lesser charges. What in the fuck does that got to do with them goddamn clear teenage wild-ass boys trying to break into this man's home? It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and you really believe that them teenage kids will be out at that time playing Ding Dong Ditch? We ain't even safe protecting our own goddamn home. Where do they even do that at? How in the fuck is this innocent black man charged and facing more charges behind this situation when he was in his own goddamn home? When I tell you, this is how you know Spotsylvania, Virginia, or Virginia as a whole, but Spotsylvania Police Department are crooked as a motherfucker. Because why are you adding extra charges? You're already charging this man, this innocent man, for second-degree murder. But then y'all decide to also charge him for malicious wounding and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. That is ridiculous. So them teenage boys don't get no charges. They are just innocent. Is that what y'all are really telling us? How in the fuck are they innocent when they getting their ass online trying to do pranks, lying about doing pranks? Because we're not dumb. Ain't a goddamn thing open that goddamn late but IHOP and legs. Why the fuck are y'all as young teenagers about to graduate trying to kick a 27-year-old black man's home in? As y'all can see, it looked like we going further and further and even further back in time when we got to deal with shit like this. I don't even know how, as police officers, y'all even felt comfortable conjuring up charges on an innocent black man that is there to protect his home. Now, had there been a clear man in his home and 3 of us at the door, what do you think would have been the ending result? I'll go even further. When a group of people are engaging to commit a crime, one person does not just go to jail or get in trouble. All parties involved goes down. What them teenage motherfuckers did is took their friend's life, because had they not been out there doing that bullshit, he will probably still be here getting ready to go to his prom. So if you want to be technical, they asses need to be charged with second-degree murder, not the man that got woke up out of his damn sleep to protect his home. Y'all are ridiculous. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think at this point, we're gonna have to start paying close attention to where we are residing, because these states and these neighborhoods are not right. They ain't to protect us. They ain't for us. They are for them. I pray to God that this shit can get turned over for this innocent man, because he did nothing. Charge them other spoiled ass brats. You mean to tell me that
that's
a 27-year-old black man that goes by the name of
this? Okay. So he kicked in his door. So somebody say kicked in his door. He most definitely feared his life. By his self-defense laws, he should be free. Let's see.
But
Let me go back.
You mean to tell me that
Well, I always do this every time. Let's see what they say right here. What they say about laws. Yeah, there's a lot of laws right there. Yeah, y'all remember Ralph y'all who rang your doorbell. And a G.K. Owens. Somebody said stand your ground law. I'm pretty sure Virginia observes it. He should be free. Somebody said that's what I read when I looked up the self-defense laws. Somebody said, sadly, if none of those kids had a pew-pew and had due in a life or you know what situation, you know what, force can only be a last resort. Plus you gotta call 911 first. Find somewhere safe to hide before you pew-pew. That's crazy, man. First. He did call the police first, but he, shot. Let's see, they got the video. I mean, not the video, they got the audio. Let's see if we can find it real quick. The 911 call. Let's see. Yeah, he called the police first. Let's see if they have it. I don't know if they have it. Let's just see. I don't know if they have it. I don't think they have that video. Yeah, I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is no. Wait a minute, is this the one right here? Let's see what this is.
See what happened.
Hi, my ex is trying to break into my house right now with 3 other dudes, and he's trying to fight everybody that's inside right
This
now.
is something else.
And I'm not really sure what.
This is not the same thing. Okay. Okay, so this is different right here. It's not the same thing. Okay. So I don't guess they have an actual audio of his 911 call up. I don't see it anyway. Anyway, y'all, let's get back to this over here. Let me stop sharing. Go back over here. What y'all think about that? I don't think that's right, because if you just think about this, you are in the bed, right? It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and you hear someone kicking in your damn door, and you hear somebody slamming your garage down. What would you do? You know you're going to call 911, but you also know if you have a weapon of any type, you're going to grab that weapon and run down the stairs. And the reason why I know you're going to do that, because ain't nobody going to be hiding, because what if it was, what if they were trying to break in it, and they had GUNs or knives, and they broke in and came in there. So again, this is crazy right here. I'm glad the other neighbor captured everything on her Ring camera, because if she wouldn't have, they really would have twisted this story around. This Let me see if they got any updates on this guy's story. But this is plain ridiculous. It really is. Hold on. This is crazy. Let's see. His name is Tyler Butlerchase, right? Let's see if they got any updates. Now, this man was chilling, sleeping, relaxing, and these damn dudes out here knocking on the damn door, kicking the door, slamming the garage door, and all that. And you know what? Like I said, I'm glad that lady on camera, because no kids probably would have lied all the way, for real. Let's see what they got up here. Let me see what the kids say. At 3 o'clock in the morning, they filming a prank. Okay. This is crazy, man. So earlier that day they was playing that little ding dong ditch. But the thing about it, you can't be doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning, because in this world today, you do that shit at 3 a.m., people are going to assume that you're breaking in, especially kicking the damn doors and stuff, and you're, pulling the daggone garage door, yanking it down. That's crazy. That is weird. It's unfortunate that boy got out alive, but it's weird as hell. I don't know if they was actually trying to break in. They probably was trying to do in the ding dong ditch and things like that. But the thing is, why play this in the morning? Why? Why play this game at 3 a.m. in the morning? Knowing that people do have weapons. People might think you're trying to break in, even if you're not. And then you're going to get yourself hurt. I mean, why do that? And I honestly don't think this dude should be incarcerated either. But definitely not those charges at all, because that's plain ridiculous. Listen, they're going to have to start letting people be held accountable for their actions. This young man he was grown, 18 years old. He should have known better. All of them. They're too old. They should have known better. 3 a.m., y'all. 3 a.m. I thought this happened like at 6 o'clock or 7 or even 9. But 3 a.m. in the morning, it's 12:09 a.m. right here. If somebody start kicking my door and shit and yanking down the thing, I'm going to call the police, but I'm also going to get my weapon, because I'm like, who in the hell is doing that? And then I'm going to be waiting, just in case they come in. That's crazy. Now, maybe because he did not wait until they came in, but I can understand why he probably did, because he didn't know who it was and what they were doing. You're kicking on the doors, somebody gonna automatically think it's a home invasion. Okay, and so they may start shooting point blank. Okay, so I will keep you guys, informed about this case as it, continues to go on. And I'll let y'all know what happens. I didn't see no audio. I'm gonna see if I can find it, if they even released it. This is crazy. I'm glad that everybody is fighting for him to be released, because that's crazy. And they gave him no bond because he was protecting his home. He didn't even actually get in this situation. Y'all got to stop. And the parents, good and damn well, your kids should have been outside. at 3 o'clock playing this game at all. And I think they do need to start, holding some of these parents accountable for their kids' actions as well. Because this is crazy. Yeah, no updates. So when I do get updates, guys, I'll guys know what's going on. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. And then they wonder why people always put the race thing in it. Okay, because listen, you try not to do it sometimes, but the thing is, you're wondering if this was reversed with the same thing happening right now. That's what you wonder. Crazy. This is, like that little boy who went to the wrong house, and what he did was either ring the doorbell, either knock on the door, and the dude thought he was trying to hit the little boy in the head. The boy did not, pass on, but he got shot in the head and everything. But that man shot through the daggone door, and the kid wasn't bamming on the door. He wasn't kicking the door. He was just simply ringing the doorbell. But these kids right here, they were kicking. They were pulling his garage door down. Why would you be doing that? All that type of stuff for a prank video. And then you mean to tell me they didn't think this homeowner would come by with something else, or come to the door with something like a GUN? That's crazy. That is straight up crazy, guys. I mean, just can't believe they would even think that it would be okay to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning. I just don't. Anyway, my condolences are expressed out to the child's, the young man's parents and friends and anybody else who knew him. And my prayers are out for Tyler as well, because it's not right. He did not ask to be in this situation. He did not tell those kids to be bamming and kicking in the damn door and pulling the daggone garage down. And clearly they were there more than just a couple of seconds, okay? Because usually when you play ding dong ditch, you hit the doorbell, and then you take off running and hide. And that's it. It's crazy. All right. So anyway, let's move on, guys. That's a sad situation. So we were talking about the teen thing right there, and I just said if it was a different situation, I wonder if Tyler would be incarcerated and charged. Okay, because there's a lot of double standards in the justice system, like I just said. Excuse me. Just like with the Karmeloanthony case, okay? When we compare his case to Casey and Allison case, okay, they're not similar like that, but they are, because both cases involve knives. And then these kids are around the 17, and it happened on school property, or, in Casey and Allison case, it was at the actual school. All right. Kaysen got a bond, all right, and he was allowed to get out, and his bond was reduced all the way down to, I forgot how much. It was smaller than what Carmelo bond was reduced down to. All right. No one painted. I didn't see a lot of news stories painting Allison as a murderer like they did with Carmelo. Okay. I don't even think that they like people were, threatening them like Carmelo family has been threatened. I don't remember seeing anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just basically treated totally different. In both of these cases involved kids. All right. And I did not see, matter of fact, I didn't even see I didn't see that case, like put all over social media, all over the news. And I certainly didn't see them, calling him derogatory names and things like that, like they have done with, Carmelo Anthony. And I'm just saying to myself, I wonder why. Okay. We always say, let's not put race into things. But when society shows us different, because you see two cases that are somewhat alike, but they are handled so differently, it makes you wonder. Just like Kaysen, which I believe he did use self-defense. He was charged with negligent homicide, I believe. I can't remember. And he's on, what do you call it? He's on his bond or whatever. He got a bail. And he goes back up for his sentencing, I believe. I can't remember what day. I think in June or something. I can't remember. But you still don't see nobody walking around or all up on social media or news articles with all these negative headlines or people all on the internet saying negative things. You don't see hardly anything. And that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. The thing is, nobody was in that bathroom except those boys. Okay. Just like we weren't at that school when Carmelo and Austin, had their little incident happen. All right. And we don't know everything that happened. We know some things, but we don't know everything that happened. And people then take that into account. They start running away, painting their own narrative, which is crazy when you don't know all of the facts. You know what I'm saying? I got like, I don't even know, like maybe 100 and some different comments. People were like, how could you support Carmelo? He's a murderer, And I'm like, you can't tell people who to support. People can support whomever they choose to. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. I'm not supporting Carmelo because of his race. Okay. I am supporting Carmelo because I believe he used self-defense. And he believes that. All right. So that's why I am supporting Carmelo. It could have been vice versa. If it would have been Carmelo who got unalive and Austin wasn't, if Austin felt like he used self-defense and I thought that, then I wouldn't be saying the same thing. That's why I said the same thing for Casey Allison, because I felt like Casey was using, self-defense, point blank, But it's such a double standard because nobody even really paid any attention to Casey's case. And again, like I said before, you didn't see all of these negative headlines, even the news, called Carmelo a murderer, but you didn't see that same headline for Casey. I don't recall seeing that. Okay, I don't recall them trying to pull up his entire background and lying about his background and his parents and all that stuff. I just don't remember seeing any of that. But yet we saw all of this with Carmelo's case, and we're still seeing things like this. So earlier today, I was listening to another YouTuber, and he had a guest on there, and the guest was saying that, hold on, let me get it real quick, because I know it. Jermaine ass is probably asleep. It is 3 o'clock where he's at, so he may be asleep. We won't be on here too much longer anyway, brothers, because we already been on here an hour and 19 minutes. So let me get this real quick, y'all. So he was saying that Black movies teach Black people how to unalive each other. And I was listening to him talk. He also said that there are more Black movies, Black men playing in movies that unalive Black men, other Black men, and it was hardly any white movies that shows white men harming. I'm like, is this dude crazy? Is this dude crazy? While he was talking, guys, I sat right up there and researched it. Okay, and it's been so many movies where white men unalive white men. Okay, so I don't know why this man, why he was saying that stupid shit. Okay, and the thing for me is this right here. I know that movies can encourage you to do things. All right, but it should not make you do things unless you have some type of mental situation going on, or you're mentally disabled, or something like that. Or maybe if you are a child and don't know any better. But grown people should not do what these movies are showing. Okay, because these movies are just what they are. Okay, they're trying to make money. That's what they basically try to do more than anything. Okay, and they will do it. They will show movies to encourage you to watch them. Okay, and since a lot of people do like stuff that shows violence, shows weird shit and things like that, this is why they make this the same way that they do with music. Okay, if more people buy music that encourages violence, with twerking, just like that, things like that, then they're gonna put that stuff out more, because that's what's selling. The same thing with movies. Okay, but that does not tell you, because it does not make you, because you see people in a movie unaliving one another. It shouldn't make you want to go out there and unalive anybody. Okay, to me, this is just another excuse, and people are not taking accountability of their actions. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why people keep doing that. Yes, movies can influence us. However, it's up to you to do it or not to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can watch somebody all day unalive each other. But does that mean I want to go outside to do that? No. So it's up to us to make the right choice. You could even make a choice not to watch the movie. And this dude who was in this interview earlier, he acted like people don't have choices. Like black people don't have choices. It's crazy. And then for him to say there are hardly no movies where white men unalive each other, that was plainly crazy to me. And I'm like, why do black people always have to do that to prove why they support someone of another race? Why not say you're supporting that person because you believe that person is innocent, or that person, did something because they have a choice, you know what I'm saying, or they use self-defense or whatever. Why do they always, have to have like an excuse like this man did? People choose to do crimes a lot of times because of the situation they may be in. Some just want to. And yes, sometimes TV does encourage people, but the thing is, I'll say it again, we are the ones that make a choice to commit a crime or not. We are just, what we're going to do, keep on using it. Radio, a rapper, an actor, actress, the next door neighbor. We're going to keep on using these people as excuses for our actions. That's exactly why stuff keeps happening, because no one takes accountability. Just like in the Karmeloanthony case, everybody is going in on Karmelo. Both. And the first person that they should be looking at is Austin, because Austin is the one that initiated everything. It's not Karmelo, because he was just sitting up underneath the tent, not messing with anyone. If you have a problem with someone sitting somewhere that they should not be, then if you want to ask them, you can ask them to leave. But if they say, don't mess with me, or I'm not leaving, then you have to go to the proper authority the person that's in charge, to assist with this matter. It should not be left up to you, because who are you? And so with the Austin case and the Carmelo case, in my opinion, people are once again not accepting accountability, and they are using excuses, point blank, just like this dude did today in this interview. I mean, I'm like sitting in the car, driving actually, and I'm like shaking my head, like, what is this dude talking about? What is this dude talking about? How are Black movies with Black actors and actresses, and we're mainly talking about the Black males who unalive each other in the movies, how is this making Black men, some Black men, unalive each other? How? It's a choice to do crimes. Okay, you have to do it or to not do it. Point blank. Again, unless you have a mental situation going on, or if you're a little child, I feel like you should know not to do certain things that you see in movies. So if you go watch a movie where people are doing weird stuff, like practicing spells and doing stuff like that, and doing seances and things like that, so you're going to go out there and do that? A lot of people won't, because they be scared. So why in the hell would you go out and start unaliving someone because you see them doing it on TV? And then this dude said back when New Jack City was out, people wanted to be like Nino Brown. And I'm like, he said all Black people wanted to be like, all Black men wanted to be like Nino Brown. And I'm like, shit, I don't know any Black men that wanted to be Nino Brown. And I think, honestly, some people probably did want to be him, but I think that is based on your environment. Okay? If you are in a certain environment and you saw that movie New Jack City, yes, you may want to, be like Nino Brown, because that's all you know. But if you're not in that environment, okay, you probably don't want to be like him, because you know the consequences. You know what the consequences are. And if you watched the movie, you saw the consequences anyway. So that should have told you, I shouldn't be doing this. So he may be a little correct when he said that he said Black men wanted to be Nino Brown. He messed up when he said all Black men, because that does not apply to all Black men. Some Black men might have wanted to be Nino Brown because they may like that environment, they may be in that environment, and they may just be used to certain things like that. But I don't think everybody wanted to be Nino Brown. Okay, I just don't, And it was crazy for him to say that, in my opinion. Then he started talking about the mob movies, where a lot of white people playing that, they unalive each other. And then he started saying, I can't remember, but he was basically making an excuse for that and saying that it's just a movie, it's a culture thing and things like that. And I'm like, what? What is this man talking about? Listen, if you want movies encourage, when Black men unalive each other in a movie, it encourages Black men to unalive each other. Well, why doesn't that apply to white men? Because the thing is that you have a lot of white men unaliving each other in the real world, just like you do Black men unaliving Black men. So what is this dude talking about? So overall, TV, movies, whatever, can encourage you if you let it. Okay, and some people are more susceptible to being encouraged. Like people who are mentally, challenged, maybe kids, and certain types of other individuals. But this does not apply to everybody. All right? It does not apply to everyone, And I honestly believe that the most contributing factor to people wanting to engage in violence, I believe, is the environment that they live in. Okay? the environment they are surrounded by more than TV or radio or music. It's the people they're around. It's the lifestyle they are engaging in. It's their parenting, their parents. It's a whole bunch of stuff. You got people who don't be watching no type of weirdness on TV, and you can look up cases where people unalive people. So like I said, I don't understand how they be coming up with all this stuff they be talking about in these videos and stuff. And it just be weird to me. And I'm like, when will people accept accountability for their actions? Just like with Carmelo in Austin's case. But that case right there is a prime example of double standards in the justice system. Plus, people do not take full accountability. Just like with this case with Tyler, with the Dean knowledge, the accountability is not there. Okay, they're placing all of the blame on Tyler, not on the boys who are playing this little prank at 3 a.m. in the morning, kicking on the damn doors and pulling down the garage. Anybody would think somebody is trying to do a home invasion. Anybody would have thought that. And all of you people out here who saying that you would just call the police and hide. Some of y'all are lying. You in the bed. No, and you know what? And don't let yourself be proved. Somebody knocking your door right down now and bam on the door and bam on the damn garage and kicking in and shit. Good and damn well, if you got a weapon, you're gonna call 911, but you're gonna also go grab that weapon because they will keep that damn door in and unalive you and your kids. Let's keep it real. All right? Let's keep it real. And everyone, including myself at times, we all need to start learning how to accept what we have done. Take accountability for our actions, even if someone does get hurt or, unalive. Things wouldn't happen if people wouldn't do certain things, just like in Austin in Carmelo case. People said, well, if Carmelo would have never came underneath the 10, nothing would have happened. Check this out. If Austin would have never approached the boy and just went to the coach, all of this stuff wouldn't have happened. Always remember that. And also remember this. Carmelo did not say anything to him first. Austin said something to him first. So the accountability needs to be taken from all sides, not just one. Okay? All sides. And it's just not right. Point blank. Jermaine, still there? Okay, so let's see here. So I don't know when, the double standards will change in the justice system. I actually don't believe it will. Okay. However, as parents, I'm gonna stress this again. I think we need to teach our kids, what they should do and what they shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And teach your kids how to have accountability, show accountability for their actions. Okay? And make, smart decisions and stuff like that. And when people say leave them alone, leave them alone. And when someone is doing something, or somewhere they shouldn't be, instead of them trying to handle it, go to the proper authorities, like the teachers, if they're in school, if they are playing sports, the coaches, especially if they ask the person, and then the person start acting, like they don't want to be bothered, or they say no, or they leave it alone, or something like that. To learn how to accept, to take accountability, we got to learn how to leave people alone when they tell you, and then we have to learn how to mind our own business. We got to teach that as well. Period. Kids are being on ditch 3 o'clock in the morning, at 2, 1, 12, 8, 7, really at no time. But if they must do it, don't be kicking in people's doors. Don't be kicking people's doors, pulling down the damn garages, kicking their garages, and doing stupid shit. Ding dong ditch. It's supposed to be this right here. Ring the doorbell, run, and be gone. Not standing around doing the most. Because today, people come out with their GUNs. You start, you know what? Period. All right. So anyway, that is it with this live, y'all. I enjoyed doing it. I think I told you guys everything I need to tell you. Sean Diddy calls. Let me just tell y'all one thing about him real quick before we leave. Hold on. Actually, let me make sure. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing I got for him is that he may have another lawyer. Okay, Sean Combs may have another lawyer, guys. Let's see here. So they may be talking about the same lawyer I already told you guys about, the black lady. They may be talking about that same one. They just reported this today, but it doesn't mean that they're talking about a different lawyer. They won't go into any specific information, but I'm thinking that this may be, this may be the same one. I forgot her name, but I think this is the same lady. But then again, he may even have an additional one, on top of that one. I don't know why he needs so many lawyers, but I guess, he's trying to stay out of prison, so you do what you got to do. Okay, so that was the update with Sean Diddy Combs. I think that's it. And so I will come back. I will come back on Monday, with the updated information, jury selection, and then they're going to do, but I'll give you guys all of that information on Monday. And then also, I got some more stories to tell you about that I didn't talk about this past weekend or anything. I'll tell you guys about that on Monday too. All right. So anyway, let me put this up here for all the moms. Now I want to put it. Let me put it. Let's put it up here. I'm still keeping this girl to. So let me tell you about her. I'm letting you guys on that. Okay. Y'all. So anyway, let's put this up here for y'all mommies. And expect the mommies. It's them. Right now. But anyway, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Like I said before, the expecting moms, happy Mother's Day, and y'all enjoy your Mother's Day and have fun. And your mom, and also to have your mom around. So make sure you cherish those moments. All right. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all in the next live. This damn StreamYard, man. Let's see if it'll come up there now. Okay, there you go. All right. So anyway, thanks to Jermaine for hooking this background and stuff. Let me show y'all again. So a big thank you to Jermaine Thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe below, and also hit that bell notifications. I got a headache, so you can notify of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. All right, let's put this back up here. And don't forget, if you want to show additional support for the channel, you can do a super sticker, super chat, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99, or you can do a cash app to $Shades. All right, guys, have a good night, a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure y'all check out my Dollar Tree haul and any other videos I put up over the weekend. Peace out, y'all. See y'all Monday. Ta-ta.